This is the Average to Savage podcast with Paul Guarino. Everyone and anyone, athletes, celebs, and much more.
What's up, everybody? I'm back for another episode of the Average Savage podcast. Our special guest today is Mitchell Franklin. Mitchell, how's it going?
It's going, man. How you doing?
Good. Appreciate you coming on.
For sure. It's a pleasure.
I know you're a professional gamer. So just give me a little background on how you got involved in that.
So I've honestly been playing 2K. I've always been a little gamer since I was little. Always been big into sports, played basketball, soccer, all that good stuff. And I was actually just playing against high school friends and stuff and playing them in 2K and all that, and was pretty good. Wasn't really losing between that and FIFA. I actually went to college, and when I went to college, I started beating people. Like, people wanted to start playing me for money, and I started beating them for money. And it kind of got brought up because when I was either 14 or 16, I had won the biggest cash prize team 2K tournament that had been in the world so far. It was 2K12, and I won a $2,000 tournament on this website called GameBattles.com, which was a team up. It was 3-on-3. So back then it was 2K12 or 2K14. I'm getting old. And it was back because I remember vividly, it was with the Thunder, and you played a lot for Westbrook, Karan Butler, because he could shoot the ball, Durant, and Ibaka. And myself and three other teammates, one not in the league. One is the actual coach and general manager of the Orlando Magic gaming team, and the other is the general manager and coach of the New York Knicks gaming team. We actually won that tournament back then, and at that age, winning $2,000, I was like, okay, there might be something with it. And I kind of just started playing competitively, come home from sport practice and got into it more and more. And what really got the ball rolling was so it's 5-on-5 pro-am where you player lock as a position. My team that put together, we had won the PlayStation 4 side of the $250,000 road to the All-Star game. I was a full-time college student. So I didn't really know how to explain to my mom or my professors and stuff, but like I had to get flown out to New Orleans the next week to play the winner of the Xbox team in front of a crowd, live audience. Kevin Durant was there, CJ McCollum, who else? Aaron Gordon, Kyrie, and there was general managers and stuff. And when I was sitting there playing on the stage for $250,000, I was like, all right, this might be a career. And they had just actually a couple weeks leading up to it announced the NBA 2K League, and I was like, I kind of got to put college on hold and really go for this. Like, I think I like doing this, and I'm good at it. So, why not? So that's try to short summarize that. But yeah, that's how I got it going.
Yeah. So what year in college were you then?
I was actually a junior.
Okay, cool.
And
yeah. So like,
yeah.
Going into your freshman year, like, would you ever thought like you could be like a professional video gamer?
I didn't, because obviously there's the COD league and all that stuff. So, but there wasn't like an NBA 2K league. I just kind of played it for fun. I'd come home from practice. I'd come home from classes and stuff. And instead of which I do like to party a little bit, but instead of going out and partying all the time, I'd come home and play 2K. It's kind of that escape. You chill with your roommates, play with some of your homies online and stuff. And I was just naturally really, I guess, good or skilled. I don't know. I work really hard. I wouldn't really call it skill. But then the more and more money opportunities started coming in, the league got announced. I keep telling people I would have never seen myself like being able to travel the world or being able to even put on my resume that I've worked under multiple national basketball associations and just being able to put it on my resume. I'll tell you, you're crazy if you told me this 3 years, 5 years, 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. Like, just growing up too, just like, your parents always say like, yo, you go get off the video, games. And now it's like crazy how just the whole industry blew up just with just not even like 2K and just like esports in general is just like insane now. And, you see all these like big companies, like you would never think they're like sponsoring gamers and things like that. And that's what they're doing now. It's like, it's nuts.
Yeah, and it's only going to grow with the technology is only going to keep growing. So the gaming world, and like I tell people and stuff, it's pretty cool. Like my mom works at an orthodontist office, and she has little kids that like play video games and stuff. So she tells them about me, or like they know me, and it's cool to get that text like, hey, so-and-so just followed you on Instagram. Would you give them a follow back and make their day, please? And it's like, I'm just a normal person, but it's crazy that some people look up to you or like follow you or are a fan over a video game. It's nuts.
Yeah, definitely. So I know you got your setup there. Like you do like Twitch and stuff too?
Yeah, so right now I'm actually working for the Orlando Magic under Magic Gaming. I'm
Mhm.
actually doing YouTube content creation and I stream too. Yeah, sorry for this glare. I
No,
don't
it's
know.
all
I just
good.
got the halo coming down, but yeah, I do not as consistently as I should, which sounds bad, but as a full-time gamer and stuff, it does get draining. You kind of just
Yeah.
want to worry about focusing on playing the game and your objective and your role necessarily than having to please an audience and be on camera and stuff. But yeah, I do stream. I'm actually going to be streaming later tonight a couple series of tournaments.
Nice. Yeah, and then tell me about like your first season in the league. I know you said you've been playing for 3 seasons, so I believe that's
Yeah,
all of them since it started
yeah, all but one.
2018. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So 2018 was the first year, your first year?
Yeah. I was actually drafted fourth overall in the first ever inaugural draft, which was
Nice.
pretty nuts too. And it
Yeah.
was in Madison Square Garden. Adam Silver was there and stuff. And what
Yeah,
made
that's
it
crazy.
more just nuts at that age and over a game is that my team, Sacramento Kings Guard Gaming, actually they moved us into a mansion. It was actually George Hill's old spot, and he had gotten traded. So showing up there and living in a
That's crazy.
mansion with a bunch of other people, and also every just stuff kept popping up more and more of a video game. One day, wake up, oh, Uriah Faber's your personal trainer now, UFC fighter, former champion.
Yeah.
Next day, hey guys, we have a surprise for you. Come to the studio and stuff. Show up, there's Shaq. Oh yeah, Shaquille O'Neal is your general manager. It's like what over a video game? So that was probably my favorite season to this day because like with that team as well, because everything we had around us, we had ESPN actually document and follow us around. So that it kind of made you feel like a rock star and it kind of made things start like coming into fruition, like, wow, this is real right now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's crazy that you guys are like living in mansions and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what was it? So what's like what is a schedule like a 2K gaming schedule look like?
So during the league or like the off season, because the off season,
I'd
like
say,
I was
I'd say
telling you
like yeah,
before we got on, you probably play the game more honestly, or it's very
word.
comparable.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like yeah, during the season.
Okay, so during the season, what a typical day looks like, you generally, which some people say, oh my God, you got the dream job and stuff, blah, 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 which it is cool to a certain extent, but people don't realize how much time you're staring into a screen and stuff. And
Yeah.
that you're essentially during the off season, all that too, you're basically working a 9 to 5, just the opposite way. So it's hard to have
Mhm.
a normal social life and stuff because you got to think you from about 9 p.m., 3 a.m. Eastern time is kind of like that's prime time to run pro am and all that because you have to accommodate for West Coast time, Europe, Australia, all that stuff. But during the
Mhm.
season, typically a typical work day, wake up. I don't really like to eat breakfast. The 3 seasons I was in, I was on a West Coast team, so we'd have
Mhm.
to accommodate to the east. So instead of our first scrim block being at 1 o'clock, it'd be at 11 a.m. As a gamer, that's not that good because you're staying up all night anyways.
Yeah.
So what you do essentially for practice is you're going to scrimmage a team in a best of three. So just basically play them straight up, and you'll go between 1 to 3, normally 2 to 3 scrim blocks per day. Basically Sunday through Friday. You might get Saturday off occasionally. It just varies what team you're a part. And you just play those teams. So I wake up, I don't eat, shower, you want to look good, feel good, do good. Play that, take a break before the second scrim block, grab a little lunch, get back on the sticks, play that again. Normally end around 2 after the 2 o'clock scrim block or the 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Go eat dinner, chill. Then sometimes you don't even have the night off completely. Your coach or the team will want to come back and have a film session. So it's just like the NBA. How I compare it is basically the NBA in a virtual world. Obviously, don't do the physical like aspect. I mean, some teams have team workouts and all that, but mentally it's way more draining and stuff, and you're just staring at a screen. But yeah, so little
Yeah.
stuff like that's essential, like watching film, breaking down and analyzing your game, your team's game, your opponents coming up for this week. And before COVID and stuff, so season 1 and season 2, you'd actually fly out to New York to play in a centralized location in a studio that can be recorded for Twitch and all that. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I forgot to ask you, like, how did you originally like qualify to get into the draft?
So they do a combine, like an NBA type combine where it just like I said for practice, you basically get dropped on a team and you play 5
Mhm.
on 5 and the games are recorded. You're allowed to stream, and basically it's just a huge scouting field, and you have to do statistically well, and you keep like kind of like cuts in practice. You keep advancing until you're finally the last set of pool, and you move on to be draft eligible.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's basically what you just said before. It's just like exactly the same, but it's a virtual world.
Exactly. Yeah. Which I don't want to be disrespectful to actual any NBA players, but that's the best summary. Obviously, not going into diving into details.
Yeah, for sure. And then I know you're on the Lakers gaming team too. So were you like traded, or were you a free agent and you signed with them?
So like I am now, I'm a free agent. There's an expansion draft, and they took me with their first pick in the expansion draft, which that is when a new team comes into the league. So basically they can have, just like any other professional expansion drafts, they're allowed to take someone from a pool or an opposing team. Obviously there's certain rights and stuff, but yeah, they selected me, which was, my time in LA was awesome. Definitely got to experience a lot of things, like being in the tunnel, LeBron James walking by you. Our facility was in the actual Lakers facility, so I'd walk up to the kitchen and get lunch what they provided, and I'd walk by Magic Johnson or someone. It was just surreal, you know, and other cool experiences, like like I said, going into all this, it's over a video game. It's nuts. Like the whole Kobe celebration in life, I got to go with that because it was Lakers employees and stuff, which was very surreal and really something cool that I'm going to be able to share for years to come.
Yeah, definitely. And then what are like some experiences, like that other experience you had, like playing people? Like, have you played like famous people and things like that? Like, has anyone called you out to like just famous guys?
Not really. See, that's what I wish the 2K community had a little more. Like, some people act fake, but like necessarily a WWE type. Like, if there was more beef and more like it'd be more entertaining. You know, it doesn't really happen. People, they kind of act more fake online than they will in person. Like, they'll smile in your face in person, try to act cool, but online they'll talk a little bit, but it'll never get to that point. But yeah, I met a ton of friends and played with a ton of people over 2K and still do. Like people like McCole Hardman, Darius Geis. Darius Geis is one of my closer friends now I met over the game. Daniel Cormier. I'm trying to think. There's DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
The list goes on because I think it's cool that you play 2K like that and they want to win. So like athletes and stuff, they're tired of playing with their IRL friends and stuff and losing, so they want to play with someone and win. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. Like what advice would you give to a younger person trying to become a professional gamer?
I'd say that there's going to be some people that don't believe in you, like your parents and stuff. I know some are about it. With myself, it was easier because I was already playing in front of a crowd and stuff on TV for money and stuff. So it was easy to pitch it to my mom and be like, look, like I'm doing this, like I'm pretty good. It's actual career. But honestly, like I said, I don't think, to a certain extent it is skill, but with video games and stuff, it's just work ethic. You know, it sounds cliche, it sounds corny, but if you want to do something, you have to be passionate about it. And you have to be consistent. You have to consistently put in the work and actually believe in your work, because a lot of people won't, and how toxic and I guess judgmental and overpowering social media can be nowadays. You have to kind of ignore and block out like any type of noise and stuff. And you have to really believe in yourself and really just put in the work. I truly believe that being a professional in video games, especially like 2K, you don't need insane reflexes like Call of Duty or ridiculous response time or anything. You have to consistently put in the work and make sure you get better, because I don't think there's a ton of skill from this, and if it does, it generally comes from people who, you know, work their asses off and believe in their work and are consistent about it.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right, you ready? You ready for some fun questions?
Yeah, let's hear them.
All right, how'd you get your nickname?
I got my nickname from actually high school soccer. My name starts with an M, obviously. And one of my teammates just called me Moody one time. And it was just kind of stuck. Like I there was no reasoning behind it, just that my name started with an M. And now people other than like my family, even my close friends, call me it. Like they either call me Moody or Moot, just because it's catchy, it's quick. No one really calls me Mitchell or anything. And I wanted to be known as an alias. Like if I heard someone that I didn't know or anything, like I know they're talking about me. I didn't want to be like basketball gamer 116 or something. Like I wanted to be myself. Like if I heard someone say Moody or Moot, I knew, oh, they're talking about me. I don't have to second guess it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Basketball player 113.
I mean, some of these names people have and kids nowadays come up with are ridiculous. And it's like, you can, that is the cool thing though about it is you can be anyone you want, especially as a kid. Like you can have your own alias. You can be anyone you want, honestly, or be a different person. But me, I like myself. I like to be authentic and stuff. And it just fits. Like,
yeah, definitely. Now I saw you're a UFC fan. What's like a fight that you want to see happen that hasn't happened yet?
Yeah, UFC is probably my favorite thing to watch, period, or follow. It's a good question. Hold on, let me think about this. Oh, it's got to be. I hope it happens if he stays out of trouble. I want to see Jon Jones against Guarino for the heavyweight belt. Yeah. I'm very interested in that matchup because of how quick and technically skilled Jon Jones is, but how powerful Ngannou is on it. It could go either way, honestly.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, definitely want to see Jon Jones back too, just because he's been so dominant. Like,
exactly. Like, I'm a big Conor fan too. Like, he's probably my favorite athlete ever. Not just in the hype. I started following him when he was coming up and stuff, and I like underdog stories. Like, obviously, the people won't know unless they do research. But him coming as a plumber and being broke and staying with his high school girlfriend or whatever is really inspiring to what he does now and how confident he is. I like to see him versus Diaz again. I think that'd be
cool. I'll watch that again for sure.
Yeah, I like showmen. I like people that are showmen. I like the trash talk. I like the action.
Yeah, that's why it's like I'm a boxing guy too, and just like it's just like some of the top boxers in the world, like nobody knows about them. Like not a casual fan knows about them, basically.
Yeah,
but in the UFC, it's just like when they build up the hype and stuff like that, then like people hit me up that I know they're not like hardcore fans, and I'm like, oh, they're seeing this, like then it's a big deal. Yeah. But like in boxing, I think they just got to do a little more of that.
Yeah, I wasn't big into boxing. One of my teammates actually got me a little bit more into it. And I like watching because I like combat sports and fighting and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy because I like showman, but I think my favorite boxer right now is Earl Spence Jr. He's not really a showman like that. I just like how he boxes. It's clean. Yeah. I like his story. That's what they got. That's what UFC does such a good job. And Dana White's a mastermind. They market, they build storylines. I don't think they really do that in boxing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's a perfect example. Like I'm sure if you asked like a casual sportsman, they probably don't know who he is.
Exactly.
He's one of the best in the world.
Literally a superstar.
Crazy. Yeah. All right. What's your favorite song right now?
Favorite song. I don't think I have a really favorite song, but my favorite, my like go-to song, I guess, when I need some motivation or in game, like when I need to get hype, I like Right Hand to God by Nipsey Hussle.
All right. I like that.
Yeah, living out in LA, it rubbed on me a little bit, like all that. So that song just, I don't know, songs with choruses that get you going and stuff, you be getting locked in. So I like that song right now.
Yeah, definitely. What about like what's your favorite thing to snack on while you're gaming?
See, I like to stay clean. I don't really like to eat while I'm gaming. I like to keep my control.
All right, what about your favorite drink? Stuff. Favorite drink?
Favorite drink. So I think right now to game, I only really drink water unless it's soda you're mixing with liquor or something like that. But I recently tried the sour blue chug rug from G Fuel, and I don't know what they put in it. It tastes like candy, but I kind of like that.
All right. All right, last one. I know you're a Washington football team fan.
Unfortunately.
What do you want them to change their team name to?
At this point, keep it, but I wouldn't. I'm actually going to the game Sunday too, probably. I think one of them was the Warhogs, isn't bad, and then I like the Red Wolves. The Red Wolves is clean. I'm big into marketing. I like unique. I don't. Like I was explaining to one of my boys, I didn't like that Washington, like Warriors, for example, is even part of it because then we'd always be second fiddle to the obviously Golden State Warriors. Like I like something unique. So I think Red Wolves is clean. There's no other Red Wolves. You can do so much with logos and branding like that. So I think that's my front runner. I don't want something corny like the Washington Presidents or Washington Commanders or something. Like just either keep WFT because it is cool to say, hey, we're the football team, even though we don't even have a logo really. But I like Red Wolves, I think.
Yeah, no, I like that too. I don't really like the Senators name, but I kind of like it just because it was a baseball team, so it's like you kind of morph into
I wouldn't mind it. I just feel like I get you have to. It's a long process because you have to get logo and copyrights and trademarks and stuff, but it's just dragged out too. This should have been done in between the season.
Now I don't know. It's kind of weird
like,
that I'm surprised they didn't get it out before the season.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny.
Ridiculous,
I don't know if you
honestly.
saw it with the Cleveland Guardians now.
The Guardians,
they didn't even do any research and type in that people had the handles and the URLs and stuff like that, which was nuts to me. Like
it blows my mind. No hate, but some of these people that just get paid thousands of millions of dollars to just do jobs like that and just don't even do it. Like, where's the loophole of them getting hired and stuff?
You got it.
Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy. All right, well, I appreciate you coming on, and could you let the listeners know where to follow you at?
For sure. How about switch it to you? Where can they find you? Let me hear your handles.
Mine for Average to Savage, it's AVG, the number 2, and SAV, and then my personal is PCG7, and then my brand PG Sports is just at PG Sports.
There you go. Go follow that. I follow all those too. I'm pretty sure already. Twitter is where I'm mainly at. I always tell people, no matter what, I've always praised myself on this. No matter if you have 1 follower or 1 million, if you ever want advice, spread any love, positivity, I will always reply to you. Twitter at Moody2K, 2 Y's. That's where to best find me. Instagram is at Big Shot Mood. YouTube is at Moody 2 Y's. Twitch Moody 2 Y's. I did the 2 Y. So when you look it up, I'm the only one. Have to keep it like that. That's about it. Don't really do TikTok. But
you don't dance yet?
No, I'm 27 now. I'll get on and watch it. I can't lie, but like I'm not gonna get on TikTok and do dances. That's not me. I'm staying in my lane. But yeah, Twitter is the best way to find me, and I will always find time to reply to you guys or anyone, unless you're obviously negative or showing hate. And if I don't reply the first time, just spam me. I don't care. I'll see it and reply.
All right, again, I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime.